All the time I hear, I don't need to come see a chiropractor. I feel fine. I'm not in pain. My low back hurts sometimes, but I move around. It feels better. Sometimes I wake up with a stiff neck. Doesn't bother me. A couple hours later, I do some stretches. And that's great. But please, my friends, realize that even if you don't have pain, you can prevent pain later on in life and add life to years by coming to see me or another chiropractor before the shit hits the fan. Why do we have to wait until then? Because it gets to the point where there's not much I can do for you. It can get to that point, me or any other chiropractor. If your curve is so far gone, if those discs, those cushions between your bones are compressed to such a great degree, they're so thin, they're so degenerated, it's bone on bone, we can improve your function, we can improve your mobility, we can improve your pain levels temporarily, right? But then it's going to come right back. But if you're somebody who is young and healthy, and you have nice spaces between those bones, nice, thick, healthy discs, the nerves that are also between the bones aren't severely compressed yet, you don't have low back pain, you don't have neck pain all the time, you come in, we can give you the adjustment, we can put you on traction to make your curve pristine. When it's slightly off, we can correct it to as near normal as possible right away. We can improve blood flow to your discs, the cushions between your bones of your spine, yet again, to slow that process of degeneration, to prevent you from having problems in the future. We'll keep them thick and healthy for as long as possible. And I promise you, it's not just that. It's the nutrition. Now you have proper nutrition. Even just take the example of the discs. People talk about discs all the time. Oh, I slid a disc. I have a herniation. I did this and that. When that disc ruptures and the jelly in the middle leaks out, it presses on the nerves and causes all this pain. And sometimes symptoms that go down your legs or your arms is pretty much what it is, right? But if you address the nutrition, you get more blood, oxygen, and nutrients. If you're moving a lot, you're exercising, you're eating the proper nutrients, you're not heavy, right? You have all this weight. A lot of people wonder, well, why does my low back hurt? Well, maybe it's because this is here, and you're like this. And what's happening is these got to do overtime to try and hold you up because your belly is, like this, right? So why don't we keep you in good shape? Why don't we make sure you're mobile all the time? You're constantly getting blood flow. And why don't we do the adjustment? And why don't we do curve correction? The adjustment is going to temporarily relieve pressure on the nerves, right? It'll also help to properly align the spine. And more temporarily, the traction, the curve correction is a more permanent thing, right? That'll have a more permanent effect. But it'll loosen the muscles that attach to your spine and are responsible for certain movements, like, say, rotating the head, like bending the head, and things of that nature, like the levator scapula, your upper traps, and your scalenes. And muscles like that will strengthen your deep neck flexors, your longus capitis and coli with exercises that will hold your head in the proper position so that those discs don't wear away. You don't have pressure on the nerves. You don't have pain earlier in life. Come here first. You go to the chiropractor first. And we've said this so many times that you don't have to have pain or severe dysfunction yet to do that. My favorite patients and the people that have the best results throughout life are the people that come before they have a problem. And you know what? You adjust a lot better too. Your spine will typically move better. Now, when I get somebody who's so far gone already, it's hard. And to be honest, it really is heartbreaking when I have to look at somebody and tell them, you know what, as much as I try to avoid this in all the years I've been doing all the necks and all the spines I've seen in general, you might need surgery. And I really can't. I can give you some temporary relief, but beyond that, it's going to be hard for me to help you at this point as any sort of permanent remedy for what your issues are. That's heartbreaking. And I want everybody to avoid getting to that point. So, like we always say here at One Wellness, you don't need anything, right? Except for food, air, water, sleep, right? To use the bathroom. You don't need anything. But if you want to improve your quality of life, you should take care of yourself, even aside from going to a chiropractor, early as possible. And you should take care of the health of your spine every day and as early as possible. So get into all these mobility exercises now. Get into proper nutrition. Get into movement. Movement is medicine. Healthy movement. Get deep into exercise. Get into a chiropractor and see what we can do for you. So, that's what I wanted to talk about today. It's not always pain here, that means I have a problem. Well, often that's the case. The body's very intelligent, and it will send you signals if something is wrong, often. But sometimes, no. I've seen people with tumors that didn't have pain, right? It's true. Get an x-ray back. They have a tumor. Is it not yet large enough? Does that mean they shouldn't have had any sort of treatment or seen anybody before then? No. We would thank God we did, and we could send them to an oncologist, and they caught it at stage 1. Stage 0, stage 1. And they're fine now. They're in remission. But had you waited, it's not just tumors, it's the health of your spine, and it's the health of your body in general. So that's what I wanted to share with you guys today. And, again, it doesn't have to be me. Most of you are nowhere near Stony Brook, New York. So, I may never meet you, probably, but, go into a chiropractor and do some research yourself. And, look into correcting your curve and look into a bunch of exercises. Go in and they can tell you exactly for your case what you should be doing. Because guess what? The stuff on Google, it's not specific to your spine, right? It's not specific to your spine. It's like when I do curve correction with somebody, I look at their x-rays and I see, okay, at their C6, for example, they're hypolordotic to the greatest degree. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do extension traction, and I'm going to push on that part of the vertebra just below it. And so that's my focal point, and I'm going to try and improve the curve there and reduce stress on the discs and the nerves. And I'm going to try and improve their functionality as quickly as possible. And if you're consistent in the office, consistent coming to your visits, which should be less and less frequent over time, hopefully, but still checking in, right? If you're consistent with your exercises, consistent with your traction at home, with your extension, say on a Deneral or something of that nature, you're going to see great results. At least the best results that you possibly can with your health. So, happy When Wellness, you guys. Who do we got on here? Let's say hi to the people, and we're going to get out of here. Willie, how you doing? Look at us, man. We're in a jungle out here. We're in a jungle. Yeah. It's a nice green room, right? Pretty dope. Goes right to the kitchen. That's When Wellness Kitchen. This is When Wellness motivation / health / nerd out time in When Wellness Forest. Hey, it's Jeremy, Jack Reynolds. And what's up, brother? Love you, man. Chesty. And I got to get you some Super U. I got to get you some more. Realtor Johnny. Berlin Bad Action. George Robles, Miguel Chapa. Realtor Johnny, first one of the day. This one's for you, my friend. I hope you had a fantastic day. Chris Simmons, it's also for you because it's your birthday today. So happy birthday, my man. Hope you enjoyed it. And have a great year this year. I'll see you soon. But this one's for you, and we were thinking of you today. So happy birthday. As for now, that's all we got for you, folks. We'll see you tomorrow, baby. Not sure where, not sure when, but we'll see you then. Have an amazing night. Thanks a lot, and happy When Wellness. See ya. They're in the Christmas cart. That's a Christmas cart. That's a golf cart covered with lights and bells. That's what they're in right now. So I'm going to go join them. All right. See ya.